Okay, so I've got an Uber coming in the next few minutes. I'm outside the Grand Helios Hotel, and this is the end of this trip. But we're beginning a new one. So we are leaving the world of the universe and entering into the Disney bubble. We're going to be at Saratoga Springs. I do have some park reservations, although they have created something that is known as Good to Go days, which means that I don't actually have to reserve a room or a park ticket for the next 2 days I'm there, so I could cancel mine and just walk into any park when I feel like it. I do want to get to Epcot to get my Maleficent magnet. I do want to go to Hollywood Studios to check out the 2 new shows. Beyond that, this might be a relaxing trip. I'm right by Disney Springs. I get the beignets over at Port Orleans French Quarter. There's a lot of opportunities for me that I'm hoping for, so I'll share them as I find them. Yeah, this is good. I'm so tired. I am hoping, well, they just texted me and said my room wasn't ready yet. So I'll at least be able to take my bags to the front, chill in the lobby, see what's there, maybe either get the ECV and go to Disney Springs, something, figure out what I want to do. And then as soon as the room is ready, go and chill, because, I need to chill. I'm taking a lift, so, I don't necessarily want to be filming in the car. I'm going to be in the back seat, so, images might not be great, but we'll see what we can do. All right, so that's where we are right now. I will talk to you guys once we arrive. Yeah. Entered the room. We are in 4147, and this is DVC, which means it is more like a mini apartment, I guess. So you've got a place to hang things. It's great during COVID for masks. Big full-length mirror here as you walk in. Immediately to your left, you see a microwave, paper towel, ice bucket, coffee, some teas, a regular coffee pot, a much more significant refrigerator, and with an ice tray there, mini sink for 1 person, nothing much underneath there. I don't see other trash cans other than the main ones. You have a washing sponge and some dish soap, and then this is probably the HVAC. You can't get into that closet. Over here, you have your bathroom, single sink, and some Disney soap products. In here, you have your shower. Now, I will say that rainhead shower up there does look pretty impressive. But it's a step-in for people who want to do the baths. Do not use these if you are celiac. They have glutens in the shampoo and conditioner. The body wash is supposedly okay, but just be aware. Towels in the bathroom, trash can in the bathroom. And then over on this side, again, because it's a DVC, you have your closet, substantial sized safe, and then you have a vacuum and broom and stuff because you don't get as much in housekeeping normally. Over here, you've got 2 drawers at the bottom in that. Plus, is this lift up? Let me see. No, it's just a nice bench to kind of sit and have your stuff there. And 2 drawers in that. Then you've got a much more substantial dresser. As you can see, I already brought the ECV in. We've got my family there. It is playing very delicate music. And it's got a horse theme, as you can tell. My dad would be proud. My dad was much loving of the horses. Queen size bed. This is a pull down Murphy bed, so the couch, etc., is a bed. We're not going to move it because I'm not going to leave it down. But oh, 2 sweet horses cuddling. I don't know if you can. Well, let me see if you can see that. Isn't that sweet? Yeah. Table here that can roll. curtains, and I'm on the bottom floor, which means we could have another squirrel incident if I'm not careful. But I've got a little deck here, trees, a lake outside. Over there, that is the main building, so that's where the turf house is going to be, where I have dinner, turf club. I see a butterfly. And then the rest of the building. Now, I am unclear where the pools are, etc., but I do have a map, so we will look at that together while I sit on this couch. Couch is actually kind of firm, but not uncomfortably so, which I'm okay with. So the map of the location, I will show you now. Up there is the Treehouse Villas. Those are for 6 and 7 people. Got the grandstand, which is where you come in, I believe. Actually, I'll find out about that. Over here is the Springs. That's the area I am in. The carriage house is the main building, and I'm in 4100, which is, you can see where the gentleman put that little X for me. Let me get there. And then you've got all of the, actually, it's not too bad. Thought I was going to be in, I had asked for Congress Park, which is over here, in hopes that I could cut through to Disney Springs. But I'm guessing that there's a west side option here with a path, I'm hoping. We'll see. It looks like a bit of a long commute to get there. So this is home for the next 2 days. The ECV is the simpler ECV, I believe. The problem is I can't find the release lever so that I can back it in here quietly at night without making those large beeps and turn it around and K-turn it in here without too much problem. The good thing is, because I'm not bringing this bed down, this thing right here, I can pull the table in and I really do have room to turn around and drive out forward. I had purchased a doorstop specifically so I could go in and out of the doors because it's like a concrete outside hallways, no electrical plugs there. So again, older stuff, it means that you can't leave them out. You have to bring them in the rooms, which is not ideal. The room is so blissfully peaceful and cool. Now the only problem I'm seeing is there's not a ton of art. You've got, okay, so in terms of art, you've got the big TV, which is what it is. You've got this mirror thingy here that you really can't do a lot with other than it fills some of the wall. And then you've got the 4 horses, the 3 horses, but not of the apocalypse, thank you. It's just it's very simple. It's a little bit sterile. We'll see. I mean, this is an older one. It's one of the oldest DVCs. The rooms have some decent size to them. But I am now out of part 1 and part 2. Now, I'll be honest, I have been to the Disney a lot. It means I don't have to struggle to find things to do. I've done a lot of the things. I kind of know where things are. So I'm taking this easy. Now, the big thing I wanted to look for was where the pool was. So I see I may actually have to take the contact lenses out because I'm having trouble reading, or at least pull the reading glasses out. Because I see where my building is. I see lots of lakes. And I see the body of water behind me, but I think that's a lake. I don't think that's a pool. Do not swim in the lakes. I will be really sad if there's no pool. There's a pool bar. That's G. Okay, I think I see it. So I have to kind of walk back to the main building. I'll show you. Is that the only pool? Oh my God, I can't imagine that they haven't built other pools for other people's usage. I mean, I guess I'm close enough to this. Oh, I think I see one on the far side, yeah. Okay, each little one has it. So Congress Park did have their own. And in a perfect world, honestly, like I said, I wanted to be in Congress Park. Oh, well, I have to go where they put me. Yeah, I think I really would have wanted to be in Congress Park. Oh, well. But let me show you again. So, oops, let me see if I can show you. So you see that little bright blue thing in the middle of the screen? That's the pool. So that's the main building, that's where I am, that's the pool. So I just kind of have to walk back to that main building to do that. But on that note, I'm tired. Did a lot of moving around in the heat, did some standing, did a lot more dragging myself around, literally dragging myself around. So I'm going to unpack my odds and ends that are going to be part of this space adjust the temperature, because once I start to get comfortable cool-wise, this will be freezing for me, I think. But yeah, let's get to seeing what we can see and enjoying Disney. Let's make some magic. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Saratoga Springs. We are just like, I walked out of my building through the door right there, and I'm right here. The main building is just across the street. The bus stop is right out the corner. It's a convenient spot, actually. Makes it easier for me to bring stuff back. It makes it easy for me to do stuff. Let's take a little look here. They are expecting rain. Possibly. I see some hints of stuff. But the good thing is it has taken away the worst of the sun. It is 8 o'clock right now. And tonight, and the rest of this trip is more about me taking it easy. So we are headed to the main building. And we're going to have dinner at the Turf Club. See what it's all about. By the way, we're officially at Saratoga Springs. Okay. Everybody here is a timeshare owner. So most of these people would come in, sometimes for a day or two, but often for a week. So we're walking. Oh yeah, perfect. I see the pool.
Are you allowed to travel?
So I am just kind of taking in the atmosphere tonight, because I'm not walking far. I'm not walking long. Oh, nice. I'm just kind of checking stuff out. The pool is open till 11. It's 8 o'clock now. I'm going to have dinner. Shouldn't take more than 2 hours. Oh, well, we'll see. Because I'm going in at... My reservation's at 8:45. I'm going to see if they can take me early. We may or may not get to the pool tonight. I'll have to double check the start time just for a quick look. I don't want to really get close at all. So there is a slide over there. It's a big pool. Lots of people. There is a pool bar. Okay, and there's a statue out here of a horse on a rider. A jockey on a rider. I thought it was important for me to do a little bit of real walking, even on the crappy surfaces, at least for the time being, just to see what everything's about. See. We've got a horse on a racer. I just realized, nope, I didn't. I thought I might have left my room, my phone without the phone. Hold on. Nope. Don't mind me. Nope. Oh my God. My brain is tired. In we go. To see what we can see. Look at check-in. And then walk straight through this main building to the other side. I gotta say, I was a little concerned about my spot before, but I am right by a bus stop. I am right by the main building. And I mean, like, that corner is right by the main building, so I don't know that I could have done better. We are walking into the Artist's Palette, which is the quick service. So this is where we'll probably grab breakfast. They also have a shop. And it is cool, but not stupid cold in here, which I'm grateful for. There'll be a lot of DVC merchandise here. Nice coffee mug. We, of course, have our annual pass discount. I have some of these wine glasses. I do love them. They're so pretty. What a nice space. You can get food, light shopping. Not a ton of stuff. Pretty much the classic stuff. Restroom. There's the lobby. I probably need to walk through there. But you can still see that theme of a racetrack from that time. Oh, right. And the lobby here is supposed to have famous horses from all different Disney movies. Let's take a look at that. Yay. And none of them trussed up. There's Maximus. Oh, and they actually have named them all. That's so cool. Oh, the famous horses. It's really kind of cool. Well, look, the light fixture too. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the main area there. And when you come in, they have boat transportation to Disney Springs, the Turf Club Bar and Grill. I forgot about that. I don't have to take a bus. I can just take the wonderful and relaxing Disney Springs boat. All right, so they said, so we actually went the wrong direction if we went to, oh my goodness, I don't know if you looked up in here. It was very cool. They look kind of more like Christmas lights. Trying to figure out what they're supposed to represent. Oh, the artist's palette, so maybe paint? I'm not sure. We'll have to ask. But we're going through there, and we're going to go in for dinner. Let's see what we find. That will be in the dining review, so look for that there. Sitting in the Turf Club right now. Just as an FYI, I forgot my microphone. The one that makes it really close to hear me. So I'm going to pre-apologize if there's too much ambient noise, but it's just you and me. We don't have to do some crazy switch-arounds. This is a comfy couch, and that's a dangerous thing. It's very cool. If you look up there on the top here, there are jockeys. See that? All the jockeys' jackets. That's very cool. Hi. Oh, wait. I'm here. Wait, down here. Hi. Okay. As you may have been able to tell, I just took a shower. It was amazing. I have no hair left. There you go. Had dinner at the Turf Club. It was not nearly as exciting as I'd hoped it was. I did have leftovers, and because this is DVC, I've got a microwave. I took everything back. There's a tiny section that is good as a freezer to keep the ice cream part of the cobbler cool, cold enough so that it shouldn't just be liquid tomorrow. I'm in for the night. I could have gone to the pool. I think it's open till 11, but I think I'm in for the night. It is, 10:38. I could rush out for 5 minutes in the pool, They're open till 11. I forgot to see what time they open. That's what I need to check. I think they open at 9 a.m., but I'll check. Because this is the main pool. It's not like a little satellite pool where they sometimes have a little more loosey-goosey hours. It's humid. It's very hot. Right now it is still in the 80s out there. They had threatened potential rain when I was going to go out to dinner, and it did not come, and I'm okay with that. Let's see. The high got to about 92, I believe. Yeah, it's still 83. It is still 83 degrees out. Blarg, Let me see. Evening thunderstorms, clouds breaking warm, low of 76. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 93. Yay. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be hot for the rest of the weekend. Let me see the daily. Pardon the horrible angle. Yeah, it was 92, 92, 92. Now it's 93, 93, 93. So it got up to 93 today, actually, in this area. The low's going down to 75, 76, depending on the day. And there are definite rainstorm threats every single day. So they're expecting evening thunderstorms today. They are expecting afternoon thunderstorms, which I don't know if you all noticed, but if you've been watching along with the the Epic Universe ones, but we had a 3 o'clock rainstorm. I was like, oh, look at that, 3 o'clock. And it came in for about, it was threatened to be like almost 2 hours, but it did not last, pardon me, I'm scratching my arm, but it did not last that long, which was kind of awesome. So I'm figuring we're going to get the summer 3 o'clock rain shower. Nighttime, I do not see what that was. And then partly sunny with a couple of thunderstorms. Yeah, they're like 88% and 55%. So it's less chance of rain tomorrow, a little more on Sunday. I do have the cover for the ECV, so we don't have to worry much about that. And I already ended up having to use it at Universal, so there you go. So, unmade up, all showered and clean. I may try to reach out to some of the people in Facebook land and do a live stream, because I have to pull out my laptop to do live streaming on YouTube. So I end up doing it through my Facebook channel, and then I'll sometimes clip parts out of it. But if you already are following me on Facebook, go ahead and, well, you won't know it. This is going to be weeks from now, because I'm going to do all the Universal stuff. But if you were there, you can, wave at yourself in the future. That's if I can manage to stay awake enough to get online. I got into this room here, and I had been pushing hard the week before I got here for some other stuff I was doing. And then I started pushing hard yesterday and today to try to get stuff done. And the heat is absolutely brutal when you're not out in it all the time. Pardon me. And I got to this hotel. I was fighting to stay awake. And yeah, I got in probably around 5:30 into the room, somewhere in there. Just went, all right, that's it. Stripped most things off. Still have the TV on from when I entered. They're like, welcome to the da family kind of thing. And playing very light, very quiet music, so I figured that was nice. But I slept for almost 3 hours, because I woke up and it was 8 o'clock. Yeah, it was probably around maybe closer to 5 when I got in. Because I left Universal at kind of gave up the ghost at about 2:30, which is a shame, because I paid so much more for the day, but it is what it is. I did the Ministry, I think, was the only ride I did. I did try a lot of food items, bounced around. I got to see Igor, which I was so happy. So actually it's Igor, because it's Ygor, not Igor, so Igor. So I got to see him, and it was the one that I was hoping I would see. And you'll see me rave about it in the other one. Man, the man's comic energy, his full body character work is lovely. I watched him talking to people, and I'm watching the way his feet kind of continually moves and his knees keep rolling. So, it's probably just so that he doesn't hurt after standing and walking for so long, but just watched that choice. He did a great bit, and I probably already talked about it, but I'm going to do it again. He did a great bit, just pure, solid, well-trained clown comedy is the best way I can describe it. He walks up to his cart and trips and falls, gets up and throws out his hands, because he's got these gloves on, and they shoot to the ground. And it was choo, choo, choo. It was just impeccably timed, beautifully skillful. And he has a following for sure, because he is funny, because more than likely he is attractive under the makeup, so he has a definite following, and people on TikTok are, ooh-ah all over him, etc. I just loved watching the skill set. I just loved watching that skill set. It made me so happy. As a physical comedian, well, not much these days, but as a character-based comedy act, if that makes sense, that I am all about head to toe being who that person is. And that was special. That was really special. So I was happy to see that. I saw The Invisible Man and just got a nod from him. So I think he was just getting out into his area. They were all coming back from breaks right around that time. It was okay. Yeah, but just fun watching him. And beautifully staying in character. And it was my fault. I said something that was out of character, and pulled myself back and went, don't be that person. You know better. Because I know what when people do that to me, I have to throw it back. So, good work. Really beautiful character work. Just such a pleasure to see. Such a pleasure to see. Made me very happy. So, okay, I'm rambling, because I am tired. It is 10:30. I am not setting an alarm. I am not. This is the one day when I don't care what I do. When I wake up, go to the pool maybe, go to a park. I have made a park reservation just in case. Ironically, these became annual pass holder good to go days, and I may change which park I go to, because I don't know that I want the Crazy of Magic Kingdom. And especially after I had to do the push your own wheelchair through the line stuff over the last few days. Not sure I'm ready for that. But I am very, very annoyed at how Universal designed the restaurants and the doors to all of them. You can't go in with an ECV. There are no accessible doors. Where you can hit something and it opens so you can get in. Nothing. I mean, there may be one where at the gift shops, but they don't want you driving in. They want to tell you to park on the side and walk in. Sometimes ECVs are for broken parts. And they were like, I guess you have to wait in line to get seated at a table, and then you can pick up your mobile order that way, and they deliver it to you. But it's a little convoluted because, well, then it was like, come in. I'm like, all right, so I just find a table, and they went, well, there'll be a little bit of a standby queue, and then we'll seat you. I went, okay, standing is the problem. Sitting, walking, fine. Standing, just like standing, waiting in a line, not good right now. Because I'm not putting my body through that until I have to do that work. And especially on these hard concrete floor surfaces. When I'm performing in my other venues, it's a softer ground, it's more giving, there's more flexibility. And if I am in a character, there's a lot more I can choose to do to my body that will fulfill the character, meaning, squat. Well, I used to be able to do that, but squat or put my leg up on a bench or something, which I can't do here. That's not my place. That's not my world to do that. But, oh man, so tired. So tomorrow is rest. And then because I won't be able to stay past 11 o'clock in the room on Sunday, and I'm going to be being picked up at 5 on Sunday, so I want to make sure I'm out and doing some stuff. My goals on this trip, really, go do the annual pass holder day things in Epcot, which is going into the Marrakesh Lounge, going to get my magnet, and the Pride Walls are up, so I may see if I can bump to all 4 parks just to get the Pride Walls. And Hollywood Studios has 2 new shows I want to check out. So yeah, that's all I care about on this trip. I may do other stuff in there because you know me. I'll enjoy what I can. I'll see what kind of interesting foods I can find. The dining reservation I had tomorrow night, I moved to tonight because I was like, I don't want to leave property. I don't want to go do stuff. So because of that, actually what I might end up doing is make Sunday a Disney Springs day, because I'm going to do brunch over at Summer House on the Lake. I haven't done the brunch yet, and then kind of play it by ear at that point. Yeah, I'll figure it out. So tomorrow will be at my own pace park day. Probably do some quick service stuff, or if I feel like I need to sit in an air-conditioned place for a while and do a sit-down, maybe I will. But then I gotta figure out where I want to do that and what would be available. Sorry. But it's about almost 11 o'clock, and I think I need to go to sleep. So I am going to do that. I might try to get online and, like I said, chat with people, but I'll keep it very low-key. And, yeah, if this has helped you figure out how to enjoy and luxuriate and have an amazing trip when you are visiting Disney, I guess technically Universal, but how to travel as an adult, how to have fun when you're in the parks, please give this a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. Don't forget that I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?